Hi, I'm Chrissy, and this is Rebellious Intuition. You can find it rebelliousintuition.com. Today, I want to talk about protection. If you are fairly new to using your intuition, and maybe you're feeling like it just doesn't feel safe, and maybe that's why you haven't done anything with it, let's talk a little bit about why you might have shut yourself down because you were feeling everyone else's feelings. There's a way around that. Part of being intuitive is being open. So we want to come up with something that makes us feel safe while also allowing us to explore this whole other world because it's awesome. I think a lot of us shut ourselves down. The sensitivity that we felt may have felt overwhelming, might feel really unsafe, emotionally exhausting. I want you to think about energetic protection so that you can be more aware of what's yours and what is someone else's. Because we are opening up to people. We are opening up to this. And it's important for us to know what's ours and what's not. So I think if we're emotionally flooded, if we're thinking like I feel everybody's everything all the time, then it kind of tells me you've probably been bombarded and didn't know how to protect yourself from it. I want you to think about a way to protect yourself. And this is something I wish I had learned so much sooner because it really is very easy for me to do. I'm going to say it's simple, but not easy. Now it's easy. It takes some practice. But I want you to, before you open up and start wondering what other people are thinking or what that energy is in the air or what's going on in that place or that picture or that whatever it is that you're trying to interact with, I want you to try this first. Step into kindness. So kindness is an energetic level. And I think because it's a word that we can all relate to, like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, am I being kind? Am I doing this out of kindness? First, we have to recognize that kindness is very strong. There's a strength in kindness. Kindness is not easy. Oh, I wish it were easy. It's not. But it can be very protective. It can be on the defense. Like, listen, I'm not going to start a fight with you, but also I'm not going to let you hurt me. It can be very protective. It can be a little bit mama bear, right? I think we've all heard mama bears. But stepping into that kindness and thinking about the strength of kindness. I want you to use a smart version of kindness. Your kindness is to see the situation as it is without judgment. When we start judging a situation, that's when we can be maybe a little bit naive. Kindness is not naive. Kindness is more of an emotional state of, all right, I am accepting what's going on and I want to help. It's not get into my van and help me find my puppy. I think we all recognize that I can be a kind person who helps someone find their puppy without necessarily crawling into someone's van and ended up buried next to the highway. So let's think about, we're going to be smart, but kindness is strong and kindness is, it's sort of like catnip for all of the other kindnesses around you, while also being bug repellent for the things that are not kind. You can actually just watch things, just relax, just by being kind. I do this a lot. I see drama happening and I'm like, all right, step into my kindness. Tell me what's going on. Kindness is the good listener, right? And that's part of what our intuition is. We're trying to listen. We're trying to feel. We're trying to sense what else is going on outside of us. That's a kindness. So kindness can be a really strong protector for us, even if we aren't really good at grounding ourselves. Focusing in on kindness grounds you. For me, I want to say it starts in my heart. That's where I'm like, okay, I need to focus in on kindness. It starts in my heart and moves its way outward. For me, I find it sort of a yellow goldeny color. If you're the type who notices the colors of the things that you're doing, there's no right or wrong way to do intuition. And if anyone tells you that there's a right way and a wrong way, step back into your kindness and go, maybe they don't understand or they're trying to sell me something. But for me, it starts in my heart, moves its way out. I think of it almost like a barrier, that it's sort of like this little protective sponge all around. It's like this little happy marshmallow. Good things can come in. I can accept hugs. Bad things bounce off. But I want you to think about it. It attracts people who are looking for kind energy. If there is a room full of strangers, people will come over and talk to me because I feel welcoming. So if we want to use our intuition more and we want to maybe talk to spirit guides, or maybe we want to explore a place that we feel is haunted or something like that, then we are actually asking ourselves to sense things that may be somebody else's feelings. And that kindness barrier, from my experience, helps ground us, helps us center, and helps protect us. I really wish I had learned it so much sooner. It does repel negativity. It's not going to keep you safe. Like, please do not go into terribly dangerous situations like, I'm going to go and march around the abandoned insane asylum and just think about kindness, because that's not going to work. But in your day-to-day life, this is a way to step back and say, I'm going to give myself some protection. Now, when I say that we're trying to be kind, the hard part is that you also have to be kind to yourself. Oh, I know. It sounds easy. It sounds very simple. Just be kind to yourself and step into your kindness. Yeah, I wish it were that simple. But opening up your intuition is just that. It is opening. You're opening to your intuition. And I want you to think about the process of that does leave you open. So let's make sure that anything that tries to come toward us is pushing into kindness and maybe has to stop. Maybe it gets to that kindness and says, oh, I can't go any further. Kindness is a great way to really think about how I can center myself and be in the right frame of mind. Like I said, it is definitely protection. And it's something that's really easy for you to choose to feel and try to explore. And there are so many other ways. There's so many other ways to do protection. If you're a Christian, a cross is a fabulous reminder that I have this whole belief system that I am tapping into that's going to help protect me. But also, when you do that, when you hold your cross, you're tapping into kindness, aren't you? Yeah. When I hold a pentagram, because I am not Christian, for me, a pentagram is probably going to be more of a talisman for me, or a Thor's hammer, or a dragon. But if I hold on to those and think about the belief system that is all around those, we could go on for days. We could probably just do a podcast on protection, but we're not going to. We're going to do an episode, and then we'll do more episodes. But it's a way to remind yourself of who you are, what you believe, and that you deserve to be protected, and that you can be protected. And all of those things there's a kindness in there. So I think kindness is a very easy one to play with at first. And go ahead and play with it. See what happens when someone near you is really angry and you shift into kindness. I say step into, but maybe it's shift into, or sink into, or rise into. Everybody does things a little bit differently. For me, it's more of a step into. I need to focus in on kindness in this moment so that I'm in the right headspace and I'm not letting this affect me, so that I can recognize that is someone else's pain and emotions or anger and not mine. Even though I'm opening to feel those, they aren't mine and I don't have to take them home with me. This practice should be really comfortable. And I want you to explore your intuition. I want you to start wondering like, hey, what is that I feel or I sense? And if you're ever wondering, oh, that doesn't feel safe, or is it safe? Am I just being naive and letting every emotion in? I think people think that maybe I'm a little bit naive about it because I usually don't do much for protection. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and sense the world. And that has always been me. I really don't care much about protecting myself from stuff. But when I need to, kindness is really easy to do. Really easy to do. Let's step into that kindness. I don't want you to feel like your intuition is unsafe. Now, this is just the protecting your intuition part. There's another part of protection that I think we need to talk about, and the kindness part and being kind to yourself and protecting yourself when you're trying to be more intuitive. And what if that's just you saying, Is this person going to be kind if I start talking about intuition? And if you're not sure, it's okay to just not talk about it. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. So if I'm going to say I do tarot card readings, would you like to know more? I know I can get a sense when someone is absolutely not receptive to that. I don't need to talk to them about it. In workplaces, we talk about don't talk religion or politics unless you really know that person, because they tend to make people a little bit passionate. So if you think someone is not at all receptive to your intuition, think about it as a kindness to yourself. Like, do I need to bring this up? But just remember that opening your intuition does not mean that you're opening yourself up to attacks or to terrible feelings or pain and anxiety and fear and all of the emotions that might be around you. We can protect ourselves while still sensing those things, but we do have to open. Yeah, and it can be scary. So step into your kindness. I was thinking about this whole episode and about protection and about how we're going to protect ourselves in a very easy, very basic way. I drew a card because, I'm a tarot reader. I can't help myself. And I drew the Six of Coins, the Six of Pentacles. What that represents in this particular case, I feel really strongly, is that we're talking about, like, how can I give? How can I give? How can I safely give? How can I have this balanced approach and still remain very safe? The person who's given the stuff away, he's also holding a scale. This is the balance part. Balance. I have something that I want to share, and can I do it safely? Can I do it balanced? And that's why if you step into your kindness, can I share? Can I balance this? And all of us benefit. And I thought it was very interesting that we've got the scales of balance, we've got generosity, and let's step into our role as someone who could be a giver. A giver. And then I also pulled a rune, Iwaz, which is movement. And movement isn't always comfortable. Movement can be gradual, it could be really fast, but it is about shifting and moving into a new direction. And if you are new to using your intuition, I want you to feel comfortable with it, and I want you to be able to move into that space and feel safer. I want you to be safe. Nobody wants our intuitive buddies to get hurt, get abused. I want you to feel safe. So if you start focusing in on stepping into your kindness, I want you to think about, like, how that feels when you're truly there, because you happen to be centered. How cool is that? So end this episode, rebelliousintuition.com, rebelliousIntuition.com/tarot readings if you want to book a reading with me, or rebelliosintuition.com/be on the show if you want to be on the show. If you're like, I have another awesome idea for protection work, great, I want to hear it.